Ah, Hu Tao, I see you've come with a spring in your step today. What's the matter? More adventurous tales?
Oh, Neuvillette, it's so much more exciting. We're diving into the world of Site Reliability Engineering, or SRE. Imagine teamwork where everyone's in tune like a perfectly composed melody.
A harmonious team, you say? Interesting. But what makes collaboration so vital in this field?
Picture this. SREs have to ensure everything runs smoothly, like keeping a celestial concert perfect without a single note missed. If one person is out of sync, the whole composition falls apart. That's teamwork in SRE.
I see. But it sounds quite challenging. How do they ensure new members catch up and play their parts correctly?
Ah, the magic lies in their training programs. They're crafted carefully to teach new hires everything they need to know, and fast. It's like learning an intricate dance where every step must be perfect.
And how exactly do these training programs work? Surely there's more to it than just practice.
Absolutely. These programs are like special ingredients that mix knowledge about the field with real-world practice scenarios. They mold the recruits into reliable performers in the team symphony.
Does that mean the recruits learn by example under the guidance of experienced SREs?
Exactly. Mentorship plays a huge role. Experienced SREs guide the novices like seasoned chefs overseeing a new sous chef. They pass down tricks of the trade, ensuring everyone can handle the kitchen chaos.
This mentorship, is it a structured program or more of an organic growth?
It's a delightful blend of both, structured enough to cover all necessary skills, but with room for curious minds to ask questions and dive deeper into specifics. A tailored journey for each new SRE.
Fascinating. But with all this emphasis on training and collaboration, what happens if someone struggles to keep pace?
No worries. The team flies in formation, supporting each other. They address struggles promptly through open discussions and maybe even invite the moonlit spirits for guidance.
Moonlit spirits? You certainly paint vivid imagery, Hu Tao.
Oh, Neuvillette, it's just my way of saying they use every tool, whether it's technical or mystical, to help one another. Ensuring no SRE is left behind is their mantra.
And how does the team maintain this synchronization over time, especially when dealing with dynamic projects?
Frequent check-ins. Like tuning instruments before a big recital, they ensure everyone is aligned, addressing concerns before they play out of tune. This ongoing calibration keeps the orchestra's harmony intact.
It seems the learning never truly ends in such an environment. Is there an emphasis on continuous learning as well?
Oh, yes. Lifelong learning is key. SREs are always exploring new pages of the symphonic score, finding ways to improve tempo and rhythm, so to speak.
And who orchestrates these educational initiatives? Does the responsibility lie with specific roles, or is it a collective effort?
Typically, there are maestros who lead these tunes. They craft programs and set the stage for learning, but everyone participates in the creativity, like a jam session where every player contributes.
I take it these learning sessions are also opportunities for SREs to showcase new ideas and solutions.
Precisely. It's a time where they brainstorm, creating new compositions that improve the way they work. It's quite the spectacle of shared genius.
In such a collaborative environment, how does individuality fit? Is there room for personal innovation?
Individuality shines like unique star constellations. Each SRE brings their personal touch, making their mark on the grand canvas of teamwork. And the beauty lies in how all those parts intertwine into something magnificent.
Marvelous. It almost seems like each SRE team is its own little universe, constantly expanding with each contributor's input.
Exactly, like constellations growing brighter with each unique addition, illuminating the sky of their work with brilliant new stars.
And these stars rely on the solid grounding of a well-established training program to shine so brightly. Yes.
Indeed, like the sturdy branches of a tree holding vibrant leaves, these programs support and nourish the stars, encouraging them to sparkle to their fullest potential.
Truly a fascinating ecosystem you've described. I wonder how their orchestration changes with each new challenge.
Ah, new challenges are like fresh canvases. Each stroke of teamwork and training results in an evolving masterpiece, adapting and responding to the needs of the moment.
So the art is an ever-evolving adaptation. That's quite an elegant way to describe such a structured practice.
Eloquence flows through the heart of SRE indeed, a dance of structure and adaptability, rooted in solid training yet open to the inspirations of creativity.
A dance worth understanding indeed. Perhaps there's more to explore in how they handle high-pressure performances. Hu Tao, you mentioned the grandeur of SRE teamwork and training. I'm curious, though, how do they maintain such harmony amidst constant operational interruptions?
Neuvillette, those interruptions are the unexpected crescendos in the symphony of SRE. They're inevitable, but fear not, for the team has strategies to bring everything back in tune.
Indeed. What kind of strategies do they employ to handle these disruptions effectively?
Well, picture an orchestra playing through a sudden thunderstorm. They adapt. The SREs manage it by prioritizing issues swiftly and effectively, ensuring that the crucial notes continue uninterrupted.
So they must be quick thinkers. But how do they decide which issues to address first during these disruptions?
Exactly. Quick thinking is essential. They use a dynamic system of triage, assessing the impact and urgency of each issue like a conductor deciding which section to pull back or amplify.
A dynamic triage system. That sounds intriguing. Do they have predefined guidelines to follow during these times?
Oh, they have their guidelines, yes, but much of it relies on the intuition developed through experience and training. Imagine a jazz musician knowing just the right moment to improvise.
This improvisation surely requires impressive skills. How do they prepare SREs for such unpredictable scenarios?
Through really immersive training scenarios, they throw the recruits into simulated storms where they learn to navigate through the chaos, similar to how a performer rehearses for all sorts of unexpected showtime surprises.
Simulated storms? That sounds both exhilarating and daunting. Do these scenarios reflect real-world challenges?
Oh, absolutely, they mirror real-world challenges perfectly. By exposing them to imagined tempests, SREs become seasoned sailors ready to steer through real tempests, skillfully.
And once they're seasoned, how do they ensure that disruptions don't spiral into larger issues?
With vigilant monitoring and a bit of preventative magic. They have systems in place to catch any sign of trouble early on, kind of like a weather vane detecting the first hint of a storm.
It seems foresight is key here, but surely there must be a balance between managing current interruptions and preventing future ones.
Precisely. They dance between reaction and prevention. While addressing current upheavals, they analyze data to anticipate future squalls, ensuring the ship stays steady on course.
Such foresight and adaptability. I'm intrigued by how they manage to keep things organized under such pressure.
Oh, they have structures like a perfectly timed clockwork. Regular meetings and clear communication ensure everyone knows their part, even in the midst of a tempest.
Clear communication, you say? I imagine that's crucial during tumultuous times. How does it facilitate smoother operations?
Communication lines remain wide open. Like musicians reading the same sheet music, they stay on the same page, aligning swiftly to overcome turbulence.
Yet I wonder, how often do they encounter such interruptions that demand this level of orchestration?
Often enough to keep their skills as finely honed as a well-crafted lyre. It's part of the SRE rhythm, staying prepared for the unexpected, always at the ready.
Such readiness surely reflects remarkable resilience. Do they draw strength from teamwork during these high-pressure situations?
Very much so. Their camaraderie is like the strings of a harp, each one essential to the complete melody. Together they brace against any storm and emerge triumphant.
And I'm curious, does this resilience extend beyond handling interruptions to their proactive practices?
Indeed it does. This resilience fuels their proactive measures, helping them anticipate and prepare for future challenges, as if peeking into tomorrow's forecast.
Almost sounds magical, this foresight and teamwork. Would you say it becomes second nature to them?
Absolutely. It's like breathing, as natural as taking in the morning air. They've mastered the art of juggling multiple cosmic elements, always with a smile on their faces.
In essence, they've crafted an artful balance of reaction and anticipation. Do you think this could be emulated in other fields?
It very well could. The the symphony of managing chaos with grace. It's a universal melody, adaptable to any field willing to learn its harmonious rhythm.
I find this aspect of harmony amidst chaos quite fascinating. Are there any stories of memorable interruptions they've turned into mastery lessons?
Oh, many stories, like legendary tales told under starry skies. These interruptions often become masterful epics shared among SREs to inspire and teach.
I would love to hear one of these stories, if you're willing to share.
Of course, let me gather the stars of my memory to narrate a tale of resolve amidst adversity. Prepare yourself for a tale of triumph over turbulent tides.
Hu Tao, in your tales of SRE adventures, you've mentioned handling disruptions. But what happens when these interruptions become overwhelming?
Ah, Neuvillette. When chaos seems like it might swallow the harmony whole, SREs have a unique strategy. They call it embedding.
Embedding? That sounds intriguing. What exactly does it entail?
Imagine a guardian spirit stepping into a realm of disorder, helping to restore balance. An embedded SRE joins a team precisely at their moment of need, offering guidance and support.
So this guardian spirit, or SRE, becomes part of the team. How does this help manage the operational overload?
Absolutely. By weaving into the fabric of the team, an embedded SRE can pinpoint inefficiencies and assist in redistributing work. It's like having an expert navigator on your ship during a heavy storm.
I see. And does this approach require long-term involvement, or is it more of a temporary intervention?
It's flexible. They can stay just long enough to smooth the waters, like a gentle breeze calming a ferocious sea, or longer, to ensure the team continues to sail smoothly.
Do they bring any special skills or perspectives that the team might not already possess?
Indeed they do. Like a wise sage, the embedded SRE brings fresh insights and tried-and-true practices to unravel the tangled knots of work and inefficiency.
Such as, can you give a few examples of these insights and practices?
Certainly, they might analyze and refine workflows, introduce automation to reduce manual toil, or improve monitoring systems to catch issues before they escalate.
It sounds like they not only help manage the immediate overload, but also fortify the team's resilience for the future.
Exactly. Their influence is like a harmonizing chord, elevating the entire team's performance, both now and in days to come.
This sounds quite strategic. How do they ensure their presence doesn't overwhelm or disrupt existing team dynamics?
They have the touch of a skilled conductor, knowing when to step in quietly, when to direct eagerly, and always finding that perfect balance so the team's melody never skips a beat.
A mix of tact and expertise, then. How do teams usually respond to having an embedded SRE? Is the transition smooth?
Many embrace the change like welcoming a new star into their constellation. While there's an adjustment period, the benefits soon shine brightly, and the team is grateful for the assistance.
And what happens once the team regains balance? Does the embedded SRE leave, or is there a new dynamic at play?
Sometimes the star departs to help other skies under distress, but often they leave lasting trails, new practices and processes that shine on, guiding the team forward.
These trails serve as a beacon, then. Do teams ever encounter challenges in maintaining these improvements after the SRE's tenure?
Challenges pop up like mischievous spirits, but with the foundational changes and the new wisdom they've gained, most teams successfully ward them off.
I'm curious about the selection process for these dynamic SREs. How are they chosen for the role of embedding?
It's both art and science. Their skills must align with the team's needs, like a perfect match in a celestial dance. Experience, temperament, and team fit all play a role.
A complex selection, no doubt. And how about their departure? How is the transition handled when they move on?
In a graceful exit, they leave behind documentation and train new champions within the team, ensuring the song carries on without missing notes.
It all sounds quite seamless. Have there been notable stories where embedding SREs led to exceptional transformations?
Oh yes, there are tales of teams rising like phoenixes from ashes, their newfound efficiencies leading them to achieve feats previously deemed impossible.
A vivid picture indeed. What are some key lasting impacts these embedded SREs leave behind once they've helped a team recover?
They bring lasting harmony, streamlined processes, enhanced team skills, and often a stronger culture of collaboration and communication.
With such profound influence, do embedded SREs maintain any connection with the team after they leave?
Often, bonds forged in the fires of challenges remain strong. They may share wisdom and guidance from afar, like a mentor from a whispered past.
A continuous cycle of guidance, then. Do you think this embedding strategy might evolve in the future?
Absolutely. As challenges morph and grow, so too will the approach embedding SREs, each iteration more attuned to the rhythm of an ever-changing symphony.
And as they evolve, do you foresee their roles expanding into areas beyond their current scope?
Oh, without a doubt, like legends that grow with each telling, the roles of embedded SREs will stretch into new realms, perhaps guiding not just technical but also cultural shifts.
A future rich with possibility. Your stories always open my mind, Hu Tao, and I'm eager to learn more about this dynamic world of SREs.
Ah, Neuvillette, there's always more to explore in this symphony of reliability. I have more tales up my sleeve, ready to share under another sky. Neuvillette, prepare for the final act of our SRE journey. This one's all about the communication tango and collaboration waltz within SRE teams, topped with a touch of evolution and transformation.
A dance of evolution, you say? Now I'm intrigued. How do these teams communicate and collaborate so effectively?
Ah, imagine a choir of many voices, each playing its part perfectly. SRE teams thrive on clear, open lines of communication across diverse groups, much like ensuring every section of a choir stays in harmony.
And these cross-team interactions, are they coordinated or spontaneous?
Both. They use structured meetings like rehearsed performances alongside impromptu brainstorms, creating a lively melody of ideas flowing seamlessly across teams.
Sounds delightful, but with so many voices, how do they ensure each one is heard?
They've mastered the art of inclusive communication. Think of it like a conductor ensuring every musician gets their solo moment. Everyone's insights, big or subtle, shape the final masterpiece.
And how do they manage interactions across different sites or continents? Surely that's a challenge.
Oh, the distances are but fleeting notes on their musical score. With technology as their trumpets, they overcome physical distances, creating symphonies regardless of borders.
A symphony of global proportions, then. I've heard about the Production Readiness Review, or PRR, being a key component in all this. How does it come into play?
Ah, the PRR is like the final concert rehearsal before a grand performance. It's a thorough review ensuring everything's in perfect tune before a service hits the main stage.
I see. And who participates in these rehearsals? Are they internal, or do they involve external teams as well?
Both are invited to the rehearsal. Core and external teams join in, inspecting every facet of the service, much like examining each note's precision in a symphony.
It sounds crucial. So does it ensure long-term reliability for the service?
Precisely. The PRR is a foundation stone, ensuring the service isn't just ready to launch but also resilient to future challenges, much like a sturdy ship prepared for any storm.
But what about when things evolve? How do the PRR and team dynamics adapt to changes?
Ah, evolution is the beauty of this process. They adapt the PRR to new insights and challenges, like changing musical scores to capture new emotions or themes.
This adaptability, how is it cultivated across teams? Is it embedded in their training?
Indeed. Cultivated through continuous learning and feedback, it's akin to regularly tuning an instrument, ensuring it reflects the latest harmonies.
And what about bringing new talent into such a dynamic orchestra? How do they select well-suited SREs?
Selection is an art form. They seek those whose skills harmonize and enrich the existing composition, much like finding musicians who add depth to the overall symphony.
Are there specific attributes they look for when hiring?
Yes, versatility, curiosity, and teamwork are key virtues. Imagine dancers who can easily adapt to different dances while keeping pace with the ensemble.
A delicate balance, I'm sure. Could wrong hires create discord within the team?
Indeed, but fear not, the hiring process is meticulous, ensuring the new talents weave into the team fabric as naturally as a new thread enhancing a tapestry.
And how do these newly hired SREs get integrated into their positions?
They're guided through an onboarding symphony, learning each process and rule as a musician would master their sheet music. It's a harmony of learning and doing.
Do they receive mentorship to help them adjust?
Absolutely. Just like an experienced violinist guiding a novice, seasoned SREs mentor new members, sharing insights and secrets of the trade.
With so much emphasis on communication and balance, can SRE collaboration serve as a model for other fields?
Oh yes, the dance of balanced communication and teamwork is universal, like an enchanting tune, ready to be played in any theater willing to learn its tempo.
It's fascinating how this model encourages such profound cooperation. Does it lead to innovation within the teams?
Very much so, Neuvillette. Innovation springs as naturally as spring blossoms, with each idea and perspective feeding an ever-growing garden of possibilities.
And these innovations, do they continue to influence practices outside of their immediate team dynamics?
Indeed, you could say they scatter seeds of brilliance in all directions, often inspiring other realms to bloom with fresh creativity and insight.
A beautiful network of mutual growth. And to conclude, do you believe the evolving dynamics will change core SRE practices?
Oh, without doubt. Like an endless river, these dynamics will carve new paths, yet always lead back to the ocean of reliability and excellence.
Thank you, Hu Tao. You've painted such a vivid picture of the truly dynamic and adaptive nature of SREs.
Anytime, Neuvillette. I love sharing these tales like spreading petals of understanding in the mighty garden of knowledge. Until next time.